Hey everybody, it's Ted Drozdowski, Premier Guitar. We're at the NAMM Show 2008. We're at the 2018 NAMM Show in Anaheim, and we're visiting with Jeff Kiesel, and you've just been listening to Brandon play a brand new Kiesel Zeus. Jeff, you've got a number of models here that are brand new. Tell us about it. You want to start with the Zeus? Because that's a cool name.
Absolutely. What's going on, guys? So, headless guitars. So they are a big deal nowadays. Obviously nice and compact, but also a lot of tuning stability by removing the headstock. So, it's not just the compact thing, it's also a little bit different tone, with the straight string pull and the lack of the headstock, a little more direct sound. And we released a Vader guitar model, which is a neck-through headless, and that was a huge success for about the past 3 or 4 years for us. And so I came out with a new line. We have the Zeus, which Brandon was playing, and that's a single cut. And we also have a double cut called Osiris, and they're both bolt-on neck. Let me pull one of these down and show it off. So this is an Osiris model, and this one features a trem. They're available in 6, 7, and 8 string configurations in either the Osiris or the Zeus. We also offer multi-scale. And bass players, we're not leaving them out either. We have basses, 4, 5, and 6 string in both the Osiris and the Zeus. You can see the bolt-on neck construction. You flip this around so you can see that neck heel is almost non-existent thanks to the sloped pattern there with the ferrules that allow for recessing and getting that proper tension and clamping. And a bolt-on neck instrument does give you a different tone. It's a little more snappy and punchy. More traditional. And so
tell us about the pickups and the bridge system on this too.
So this is actually a hip shot Kiesel bridge system. It's full floating. We also have the hip shot fixed. We have the hip shot multi-scale as well. And then these are Kiesel lithium pickups. These are wound in-house. My grandfather actually founded our company in 1946 as a pickup company. So we've been making pickups longer than pretty much anybody else out there. They have all the best components. They feature Alnico magnets, the plain vintage enamel wire. We even have a new pickup line called Beryllium for those guys that are looking for a little more vintage, less power, a little less output pickup. And just really trying to step it up for 2018 in our custom shop, offering, mild to wild. And speaking of wild, checking out this Zeus here with the Crackle Finish. So maybe it's not everybody's jam, but it is available, and that's the cool thing about us. With our custom shop, you can get pretty much anything you want, from Hawaiian Flame Koa to Crackle Finishes to double necks. I mean, you name it, you can pretty much get it.
And what's the neck material and construction in this guitar?
So it's a bolt-on. They're all bolt-on, and that's cool too. With any of our models, you get to pick your neck. So standard's going to be a plain maple neck with an alder body, which is great for stability and tone, but some guys want to go wild. You got a 3-piece neck here. This is a walnut with purple heart, and we offer about 20 different neck combinations, from single piece, 3-piece, 5-piece, and even 7-piece necks that customers can spec out exactly how they want based on their budget. And these guys are coming in at $1,099, $1,100. All of them are standard with dual carbon fiber rods in the neck for the strongest necks in the industry, a 2-way truss rod, stainless steel frets, lumen lace side dots. Those are standard on all Kiesels.
Now, for players who've been playing traditional guitars with a headstock, is there any concern about reduced sustain or other issues that occur when a headstock disappears?
Actually, not at all. It's actually the other way around. With a lot of other guitar brands, you have necks that are made in a fashion where the headstock is a separate piece from the body. And with any of those instruments, you have a weak joint there. So you have something that's prone to potentially breaking. You also have less sustain from that. And a lot of guitars have no tilt back on the headstock. All of ours feature an 8.5 degree when they have a headstock. And anytime you have that straight headstock, over time you'll see them pulling forward. you're losing sustain. So with these guys, they actually sustain for days. They sustain even better than a traditional headstock equipped guitar.
And you've got a Jason Becker model, a new Jason Becker model to show us too.
We do. I want to show you one thing real quick.
Okay.
We're also doing the sparkle finishes, and new for 2018 is Fishman Fluence active pickups as an option in these two brand new models, both Zeus and Osiris. You gotta love that sparkle. So if you're on stage, want some attention, get some sparkle there. And one last thing to show you is, let's show this guy. Is the covered pickups. So you see the nice covers there. You can add these covers to any Kiesel model in either brushed gold, brushed chrome, or brushed black chrome. Solid Buckeye body. We'll do pretty much anything as far as options for these guys. You can get into a Kiesel again for about $1,100. You can spend all the way up to about $5-6 grand. But my man Jason Becker, been such an inspiration to the guitar playing community. This is yet another tribute model to Jason. And Jason Becker has ALS and he has special needs and very high medical bills. And so by us making these guitars available to fans have the ability to purchase one of these and support Jason. Part of the proceeds go directly to Jason and his special needs to help him continue doing what he does.
Okay. Talk about the electronics on this guitar.
So this guy, it's a passive guitar. It's got 3 coil switches that are going to turn the pickups on and off. So you can get all different positions out of the guitar. It's spec'd after the original guitar he played on Perpetual Burn. Okay. So this is a tribute guitar. The pickups are in the exact same positions, and they feature a Kiesel lithium neck, lithium center, and the Perpetual Burn Seymour Duncan bridge pickup. Original Floyd Rose. It has a 10-inch fretboard radius and only 22 frets. Jason's been known to play 24, but his original guitar only had 22. On the back side, we got rid of the neck plate in effect to get better access all the way up to the 22nd fret. And you got that deep body cutaway that's just like the original for a lot of comfort.
And this is tagged at $14.99?
That's right. This guitar comes exactly like this for $14.99. There's actually no options selectable on it. So when you order this guitar, it comes in this classic pearl white, same color as the original, ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, mother of pearl inlays, inline headstock, lock nut, original Floyd Rose, just like this guitar right here.
Okay. Now, the other thing that's noticeable going around your booth is that there are a lot of new models with new and recent models with fan frets. Do you want to address fan frets for a minute?
Absolutely. Let me grab one here. Let me grab this 8-string.
Okay, so which model is this? We're talking about fan frets.
This is a Zeus.
Okay.
And like any Kiesel, you can get them in a number of different configurations as the base model. So all Zeuses, all Osirises are all available with fan frets, as well as multiple Kiesels. And the cool thing about fan frets, what happens is your scale length changes. So the thinner gauge strings have a shorter scale length because they don't need to be or even want to be pulled so tight. The fatter strings, your F sharp here on a 8-string, gets pulled all the way to 27.5 inches as a scale, and your high E is 26 inch. And so what happens with this, it's like a piano. If you ever opened up a piano and looked inside, guess what? All the strings are at a different length. So you get the proper tension for the proper tuning with perfect intonation and perfect string tension across the whole measure. And we do this on 6, 7, and 8-string guitars.
Cool. And what's the demand been like for these?
It's been pretty crazy. I had never been a fan of the fan frets. Sorry, had to get that in there. I wasn't a fan because a lot of companies are fanning more than 1.5 inches, which is all my spread is. And they're also putting their parallel fret, what parallel fret is, that's where your straight fret is. They put that, I have mine all at 9. Most companies are putting them down at 12, and it creates very awkward stretches up top, and you actually can't reach. So if you go more than 1.5 inches and not in the 9th fret position, you get an awkward playing guitar, in my opinion. So I wasn't a fan of them until I created my own, and that's been the case. A lot of guys have come over and said, wow, your fan fret guitars are comfortable. In fact, Frank and Bali played one and was blown away. Said, man, this isn't weird at all. This is great. So, all players of all genres and at any age bracket can get into one of our fan frets, get the proper tension and the comfort.
Well, Jeff, thanks for inviting us in today. Great visit. Good to see you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. And if you guys want to find out any more information on Kiesel guitars, we are not sold in stores. So check us out on Facebook or go on kieselguitars.com. Even call my guys. I literally have guitar nerds like you and me sitting there waiting for your call. 858 Guitars, all American made, family business. Grandpa started it back in '46, and we're keeping it strong. Thank you, guys.